Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're having a good week. It's just about the weekend here, but I wanted to just throw this out to you guys and see what you guys think. As many of you might know, I'm a teacher on Skillshare and I've been planning to launch my next class, I guess, over the last few months. It's taken me a lot longer to kind of get to this place where I've actually written the class, I have a solid concept for the class, and I'm about to go into production. And I'm actually hiring a video production company local to me here who are going to actually help me record it and do all the lighting and sound and everything like that. It's gonna be awesome. But today I just kind of pieced together a rough cut of the intro, just something to share with you guys because I'm excited about the class, and also just to get your feedback. When I talk about it in this intro, I'm going to show it to you very shortly in this video. When I show it to you, what do you guys think? Does it get you excited? Does it leave you asking more questions? Anything at all? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it before I go into full recording. It would be very helpful just knowing that I have either your buy-in or I've heard some of your concerns or even requests for what I should include in the class. I have more or less written down what I want to talk about, but now is your chance to give some last minute input into what you think and what do you want to learn. Essentially, this class is about editorial illustration. People have asked me a lot of how do you illustrate for editorial? And what I realized along the way, and part of the reason it's taken me so long to get even just to this point, is it took me a long time to understand how broad the idea of editorial illustration is. Editorial illustration really isn't a discipline, it's just a context. The context being newspapers, magazines, websites, stuff like that. The truth is, editorial illustrations can look almost like anything. There's really no limit. There's really no specific shape an editorial illustration should come in. I think there is kind of a cliche editorial illustration. I certainly don't work in a cliche style, so it'd be hard for me to teach something a little bit more in that route. So the thing with editorial illustration is that since it's so broad, it's really hard to teach. So of course I have to think about what kind of illustration am I known for, what am I good at, what of that kind of work, the stuff that I'm good at and get hired for, would other people find useful to learn about. And what I've realized is over the years, I've actually illustrated more spot illustrations. These are small bite-sized illustrations that kind of float in the layouts than anything else. I've maybe done 5, 6, less than 10 for sure, covers, very few full pages, even fewer full spreads. I have done my fair share of those, but the majority of the kinds of illustration assignments I get are spot illustrations, these smaller bite-sized illustrations, and they often come in sets. And one of the nice things about this is that it's a great way to practice making a cohesive set of illustrations in one style. And I think a lot of people want to know that. How do you create a common thread through a series of illustrations, and not just in one set, but across your whole body of work? So the project in this class is really a microcosm of that exercise of developing style, and also equally as important, developing ideas in our illustration. And of course, a bigger, like a cover or a full page illustration, the ideas in those kinds of canvases, those bigger projects, are probably going to be more multi-layered and have more nuance and pack more, maybe you want to pack more meaning into those kinds of illustrations. But the spot illustration is maybe each one is one focused idea. And I think that's a great way to exercise focus and being decisive in a single illustration. How to show one idea very clearly, but also not for it to be boring, to make it interesting and compelling, and of course for the whole set to be lovely and cohesive and stylistically related. So why don't I just get on with it, share with you guys this kind of rough intro that I've put together. It's not actually going to be used in the class, so please, I would focus your feedback on the content, stuff that I'm talking about, much more so than like the lighting is bad, the sound is bad, stuff like that. If you guys have been around long enough checking these videos out on my channel, you know that I am no wizard when it comes to great picture quality or sound quality. That's why I'm hiring the big guns this time. I hope that you enjoy this, and please let me know. And of course, give it a like if you think the concept's great. Just like this video, and that would be my one request. If you like the concept of this class, then give it a like. And when is this class coming out? Honestly, it's very ambitious, but I'm hoping it will come out before the new year. The new year is Skillshare's most busy season. I want to, of course, take advantage of that to grow the class right from the get-go as quickly as possible. And so that's it. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye. Successful illustrators are known for their ability to visualize smart ideas in their own unique style. But how do they come up with their ideas, and how do they know what style to work in? How did they figure that stuff out? If you're trying to break into the illustration industry or have ever asked these questions, I've made this class for you. My name is Tom Froese. I'm an illustrator from Vancouver, British Columbia, and a top teacher here on Skillshare. This class is called Sweet Spots. As an illustrator who's been working for 6+ years, I've made a lot of work, probably thousands of illustrations for hundreds of clients. While it's fun to work on the larger assignments, the reality is that most of my work has actually been with smaller editorial assignments for publications like magazines and newspapers. When we think about editorial illustration, we tend to think of the more glorious assignments like covers, full pagers, full spreads, but actually more common and far more in demand is the small but mighty spot illustration. Spot illustrations, or spots, are small bite-sized images that float in the layout of publications like magazines, newspapers, and websites. Spots are the perfect laboratory to work out how you approach ideas and style in your own work. I believe that if you can master the art of the spot illustration, you will be more in demand as an illustrator. If you're hungry for those larger illustration assignments, getting good at and being hired for smaller editorial assignments like spot illustrations will get your foot in the door. From there, you can scale up to almost any imaginable kind of illustration project that comes your way. The best thing about spots is that they're fast and fun to create, they're super shareable, and they're super satisfying to look at when you're done. Join me as I show you how to develop expressive, smart spot illustrations from start to finish. I'll walk you through my entire illustration process, including setting up a solid brief, kicking off with research and early sketches, and of course making everything come together in the final illustrations. Along the way, we're going to go deep into your questions of ideas and style. My goal is not to show you how to do what I do, but to help you discover how you do what you do. I've designed this class to give you the tools to build on your own unique voice and to work from your own unique perspective. By the end of this class, you'll not only have a beautiful set of spot illustrations to share with the world, you'll have deep insights into how you think and create, the building blocks of a long and satisfying career as an illustrator. So, are you ready to make some sweet spots? Great, so am I. Let's do this.